Hi everyone. Today I'm going to share some information with y'all on colonias and what they are in the United States. Many people in the world and even in the US alone are unaware of colonias and the effect that they have on many children that have to grow up in this environment. Colonia in Spanish means neighborhood. However, once you do further research into this, you will see, as I did, that these do not constitute neighborhoods, at least not neighborhoods that you and I more than likely grew up in. The colonias can be found on border states like Arizona, California, and Texas. I personally reside in the Rio Grande Valley, which is in the southernmost tip of Texas, and I can say that colonias here are very prominent. Colonias started up around the 1950s when American citizens had immigrated over from Mexico. They purchased land that was deemed by other Americans as not being good to live on or not good for farming. This is land that typically floods extremely easily and is unfarmable. The people that live here now live here because they have no other option. They have such low income that they can't afford housing anywhere else. And at some point, they just became desperate and put a home where they could with what they could build it with. These homes come with an extreme lack of amenities that no one in the Western world should have to live without. The health department states that dilapidated homes located in colonias lack potable water and sewer and drainage systems, and floodplain locations make many colonias an ideal place for proliferation and disease. Texas Department of Health data shows that hepatitis A, salmonella, diphtheria, cholera, and other diseases occur at much higher rates in colonias than in Texas as a whole. Tuberculosis is also a common threat, occurring almost twice as frequently along the border than in Texas as a whole. A lack of medical services compounds health problems in colonias. In addition to a shortage of primary care providers, colonia residents have difficulty accessing health care for fear of lost wages from missing time at work, inconvenient healthcare facility hours, lack of awareness of available healthcare programs, and an overall lack of health insurance. As a result, many colonia residents' healthcare problems go unreported and untreated. For children, these barriers can be devastating and may result in slower growth and lower educational development rates. Colonias and those that live in them, it's not a very small number of people. There is an estimated 2,000 communities that 500,000 people call home. The living environments here are nothing short of awful. What you would see if you walked into a colonia, maybe one room. If it's a really awesome colonia house, it would have 2 rooms. Sometimes you may see as little as 3 or 4 people, as much as 5 or 7 living in one very small living space. These homes do not have electricity, they do not have running water, and obviously because of that, do not have TV or anything else that you and I are used to having. During a nice fresh day, the lack of electricity could go unnoticed, but if you're in Texas, you know that our weather changes all the time. I mean, we have bipolar weather. One day it can be 100, the next day it can be 50. Living like that with no electricity to at least regulate temperatures with children is not healthy, and it's not fair. There is a story that I will post the video link at the bottom of this video for y'all to watch, about a young girl named Mary Castro. She's 12, and she is crying in this video as she doesn't like her way of life and wants to help her family. Her only dream is to get out of the colonia. How many other 12-year-olds have dreams of just not living in their home with air conditioner and amenities? Her home isn't like that, and all she wants to do is get out. She has dreams of getting out and becoming a surgeon and giving free health care to people. I can only imagine the lack of health care this poor child has been provided with that has made her at such a young age so passionate about giving health care to those who can't afford it. In closing, I just want to bring again to awareness to everyone. The homes that we live in, while it may be more common now to see other people living in similar homes, not everyone does. And it's important for us to be informed and knowledgeable of the way of life, not only here in America, but everywhere else. I do feel in my heart that it's important that we take care of America first before we try and help others, which is why colonias need to be addressed. No colonia should be left without electricity and running water. Everyone in America deserves, and in the world deserves that. Those little luxuries that we take for granted. So I would like to urge in closing everyone to take a moment to do further research on this for yourself. Make your own decision on it. Would you want to live this way? Would you want to see your friend or your friend's children live this way? If the answer is no, I urge you to contact Greg Abbott. He is the Texas Senator, and push having something done about this issue. Push ensuring that running water lines are laid to all of these areas and electricity is being provided to those who can afford. At the very minimum, we need to provide water. Thank you all for watching this video, and thank you for your time.